G'day folks, how you doing? It's Jimmy back with another review time! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Clock's still not working. This week I am very, very excited to review a particular album by a band that I absolutely love called the Night Flight Orchestra with their new album, Let's Go Now! Okay, so the Night Flight Orchestra have just released their new album. It is called Sometimes the World Ain't Enough. It is out now on Nuclear Blast Records. It's 12 songs, 58 minutes. This is the fourth album from this band, who is made up of members of Arch Enemy and of course Speed Strid from Soilwork. This band, what do I say? They had an album out last year called Amber Galactic, and I absolutely raved about this album for the whole of 2017, basically. Drove a lot of people nuts, pissed a lot of people off. And I think I ended up with it as my number 2 or number 3 album of the year last year. So I was really surprised and really happy when I found out that there was a new album coming so quickly after the last one. I wish that more bands would do one album every year, but of course, you know, touring and all that sort of stuff, you know, makes it pretty hard. But I'm rapt that this band is consistently putting out releases, and I think they probably realise that the last album was pretty good and they're onto a good thing, so get something else out and keep that fire burning. As I said, the album is called Sometimes the World Ain't Enough. It starts off with a song called This Time, which I think was one of the early singles before the album came out. It's an absolutely rockin' song, so catchy. There's great vocals, great melody. I love the start of the song. There's this bass line as well at the end of the song, very end of the song, just as it's fading out, that is just brilliant. And it's that little bit, it only goes for about 3 or 4 seconds, but it's one of the highlights of the album for me, just the way they did that. Let's give you a taste, shall we? Here we go. Now, I picked up pretty early on that the guitars are less involved in this album than the previous couple of albums. The keyboard and synths and that whole disco feel that these guys do is very much more pronounced, which suits me fine, because I love dancing around the house when no one's around, and this album will make you dance if it's your thing. It's just pure fun, like all of their albums. Every album that the Night Flight Orchestra has done, it's all about fun and dancing and having a great time with some great rock songs with a lot of synth and disco and 70s pop and all this weird stuff thrown in. It's very, very good. There's a track called Moments of Thunder, which is a 70s sounding ballad, and that is brilliant. I'm not big on ballads. It's not really a lovey ballad as such. It's just a quieter moment, I guess. Really love that song. The whole album, it's a throwback to a simpler time, I reckon. 1975 through to 1985. That's the era that this music is from, with modern production and a few little differences thrown in. Have another look. Now there's a song on here called Pretty Thing Closing In, which is pretty much pure 70s disco rock. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of the Kiss Unmasked album in a way. It reminds me of Rocky 1, 2 and 3 and lots of other stuff that I loved as a kid. It's just a real throwback to that time. This album And all the Night Flight Orchestra albums, but this one especially, just makes me really happy when I listen to it. Puts a smile on my face and makes me happy. And what more can you want from music? That's what it's supposed to do, usually, make you feel good. This album absolutely does that for me. Toto, Journey, Foreigner, and Kiss Disco. That's what this music is. If you like any of those bands, you will probably really dig this. I know there's a lot of people out there, well, not a lot of people, but there's a few people out there that seem like they absolutely detest this band, hate this band. I know my mate from the Hard Rock Show, Dave Metalife, is one person who absolutely does not like this band at all. That's cool. For me, and I know for many other people out there, it's just this, I don't know what it is. It's a throwback to a time, and they're not making any, breaking new ground, and it is sort of rehashing a lot of 70s sort of pop rock, but I don't know, there's just something about it that grabs me and grabs a lot of other people, and really enjoy it. So Speed Strid's vocals also make this a very accessible record to everybody, I think. Once again, he nails it. He is a fantastic singer. I don't know why he bothers with Soilwork, although I do like Soilwork, but to be able to sing the way he does in Soilwork and then be able to bring it across to this sort of stuff, he's an unbelievable talent, that guy. And he's pulled it off again. Another great album. Let's have another listen to some more music now. So yes, look, who cares if they're not breaking any new boundaries and if they're rehashing 70s pop rock? I couldn't give a shit. I love it. This band is magnificent. They are fun and happy and entertaining. And that is, like I said, that's what music is all about for me. So they just suit everything that I love about music. There's enough rock on this to satisfy people who are into heavier sort of music. There's enough pop on this to satisfy people that probably hate heavy metal music. My missus loves this album, and she likes heavy sort of music, but not in the same way that I do. But this album, top notch for her too. So look, I cannot fault this album. Sorry for the snoring of my dog in the background and the chirping of my bird. Working with animals, it's very difficult, but they don't like my reviews. I put them to sleep. Hopefully I'm not putting you to sleep. I cannot fault this album. It is 10 out of 10. It's the first 10 that I've given on these different types of reviews that I'm doing for the Hard Rock Show. I don't know how anything's going to beat this for Album of the Year for me. It's just everything that I love in music. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope you've enjoyed the little musical snippets. Get onto all your streaming sites to check it out and have a listen to it. If you like it, then buy it. I'd love to see this band come out here and play. I don't think we ever will. I'll be very surprised if they come out here, but who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. 10 out of 10, the Night Flight Orchestra, Sometimes the World Ain't Enough. I don't know what more to say. Please subscribe to the Hard Rock Show YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jimmy Van Zeno. There's reviews and tips and all sorts of stuff coming along. So yeah, get onto it. The Night Flight Orchestra, one of the albums of the year, and out. Bye-bye.